Hi, I'm Ansley Plank, and then this is my website that I made for my class. First we start out with the homepage. I talk about what I just use the website for. I thought the website would be a perfect way to keep track of everything that I'm learning, and then be able to come back to when I'm actually a teacher and remember all of the resources that I learned about. Next we go to my biography. Here's my biography. There's a picture of me, and then I talk about kind of why I want to be a teacher, why I want to take the class, my experience with kids, and then just a little bit about me, extra, just what I like to do in my free time. Yeah, a bit of who I am. And then we have resources, which this is my Wakelet, and my link to the class wiki. I did my Wakelet on technology in elementary classrooms and kind of just why it's important, how it's evolved. So I think that'll be a good thing to be able to come back to. And some links that I include in there are really useful, so that was awesome. The wiki is how I can find all the rest of my classes' Wakelets, so I'll keep track of that. Next up we go to personal choice resources, and these are some of the other Wakelets from the class. And then I also made an extra Wakelet about just elementary teaching, good stuff to know, good interview tips, lots of just basic knowledge, and I feel that's something I could always go back and add to, go back and look through, so that's great. And then here's two other Wakelets that I found from the elementary section of my class wiki, so included those. Next up we have tech projects. This is my assignment that I did on my artificial intelligence project. I chose to do it on Eliza, which was basically an early version of Siri. Yeah, it should be embedded in there, and then there's the resources that I used for that project. And then this is my infographic on the ISTE standards for educators, and all of the graphics on there should be related to what it's talking about in that section. It's kind of just the ISTE standards in my own words. Yes. Okay. Next up, we have digital story. I did my digital story on kind of the history and the evolution of pet ownership. It's not too long. Just talks about how we started with taming wolves and wildcats and stuff, and how we got where we are now. So lots of images. I used my own voice in it. Thought that was a really good way to share information with the class in the future. I think that will be a good thing to remember, and it's also a good thing to use when students are doing their projects. They could create a digital story, which I think could be really cool and personal. This is my personal learning network and environment. Here's my network. Said just some people, some platforms that I could go on online and use. Yeah. And then I talk about what a PLE and PLN are on this. I think that's always going to be something that I should really remember and use to the full extent, because you can always learn from other people really well. That's the best way to learn. And then here's my PLN reflections. Did one on my tech blog, which is linked down here in the footer. And that has a few posts. My Wakelet review, which I showed earlier, my Wakelets, and then my digital storytelling review, which was on the last page. Yeah, and then also this is on Padlet. Padlet, I think, would be another really good way that I could use, a really good thing that I could use in my class, because that's something you could use with short little free write, short little bell ringers, feedback on assignments. Yeah, I think it's really easy to use and good for young students. And then here's my digital app review. I did it on Storybird, which is a app that you can basically write your own stories, write your own poems, and you do it with images that they have on the site, and you can print it out after. So it's a really good way to encourage students to be creative. Yeah, good platform for students, no matter the age. And then here's just kind of a little annotation on that. And then here's my final screencast, which I will put this video on. Yeah, that's all. I think everything on this website is really useful. Here is my email. Yeah, I think I'll continue to use this website throughout my teaching career so I can remind myself of all the things that I've learned and all the new resources that I know about now. Yeah. Bye.